Hey guys, and welcome back to another Hypixel API video. In this video, I'm going to be covering a quick project that I did live on stream. If you ever want to watch any of my live streams, I've got VODs into a playlist on my YouTube channel, so go ahead and check that out. However, this video is particular about a certain small little project I did, which is just an achievement scraper. It scrapes all the one-time achievements from the resources endpoint and then sorts them into little categories. For the purposes of just showing how it works, I've got it sorting the top 5 rarest achievements locally and top 5 rarest achievements globally. I'll go ahead and show you guys what this ends up looking when you run it. And so I'll do that here. We run hip achievements and you see it shows some basic debugging stuff about all the achievements. That said, you'll notice that the lowest number you see here is 0.01. This is because the lowest percentage that Hypixel actually shows is 0.01, so 0.01%. Unfortunately, they don't provide us with stats lower than this, which is very sad. However, that's what the staff have decided, that's what the developers have decided, and they seem quite stern or quite stubborn on not changing that. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and hide that. As always, this is going to be up on my GitHub repo, so if you haven't checked that out, you can check that out down below. I'll have a link to the specific script in my GitHub repository for my Hypixel API projects. So you can head and check that out if you want to just play around with it. If you want to make your own changes, you can just download it from there and you can test it out yourself. That said, I'm going to quickly go over how it works because it's very simple. Yeah, so we'll do that. As always, we are using asynchronous request because I think it just could have it for a lot of projects. We are only making one request. However, doesn't really matter. With one request, it'd be the same speed with synchronous versus asynchronous. However, I think asynchronous is just better habit in the long run. So we will be using GRequest for this, and then we're using JSON as always with the Hypixel API. When you're using, when you're getting a response, you want to use JSON because it's just easy in Python, much easier to deal with than bits. First off, we've got our URL to get started. So this is just the basic resources achievements endpoint URL. If you aren't familiar with the resources achievement endpoint, there's actually a tutorial video already made. It will be down in the description. You can go check that out. I've already made a tutorial video on the endpoint with everything you need to know about the achievements endpoint in resources. So you can go check that out if you're unfamiliar with the endpoint. However, we're going to be moving on, assuming you have some basic understanding of the endpoint. Then here I'm setting up a bin for our achievements list. So this can be where we're storing all the achievements once we script them off the response. And that's what we end up using down here for sorting and stuff. Then we send out our async call to our URL. And then we go through every response in our thing, which there's only one. However, it's just going to loop through the ones. It's not slow or anything. And then we're turning that into JSON. Very simple, very basic stuff up until now. And then we check if it was successful because we don't want to deal with any nonsense, unsuccessful API contact error stuff. We only care if it's successful, really. And here's where we actually get into algorithm for scraping like this small little section of the API. So we're going to be going for game mode in data achievements because within achievements, there is a list of all the game modes. We want to go through all those game modes, and then we want to go for every ACK achievement. So ACK is the name of the achievement, and then achievement is going to be the actual achievement object and then this is the dictionary for that game mode for the one-time achievements. I should mention we're only dealing with one-time achievements. If you guys do want to see a scraper for tiered achievements, if you want me to add tiered to this, go ahead, comment down below, and I'd love to do a project as well. As always, join my Discord if you want to. If you ever need help with coding projects, you can ask there, and we always have people helping out. And then I've also got, if you want to send any project ideas down below in the description, or if you want, not in the description, in the comments, or if you want on my Discord, I've got a little channel for project ideas. So if you have any small little project ideas like this that you want me to do, either live on stream or off stream, then I can definitely hook that up. Anyways, we're going through the dictionary items. And then we're using get to check the stuff. And so this is taking the game percent or saying that game percent unlocked is equal to the achievement dot get game percentage unlocked, which is get this object from, get this property from that object. And then if it's not there, then put 101. This is because I'm sorting for like the rarest ones. And so I don't care about 101 objects because 101 is like above 100%. So it just means that that specific achievement ran into an error. However, this tends to not happen, I don't believe. I don't think last time when I made the script that I actually ran into any issues with that. But just so that dynamically in the future, if Hypixel ever does any crazy stuff with the resources achievements endpoint, then it won't crash the entire script really. And then we're creating a little achievement object here, which is just using the global percentage unlocked, the game percentage unlocked, which is the local percentage unlocked, and the basic name and description for the achievement, and what game it belongs to. And we're pinning that to our big list. And now that we've got our list with all our achievements, we're just sorting it by local percentage, which is, oh wait, these should be swapped, I believe. 0, 1, 2, 3, yeah, there we go. Sorry about that. Swapping that real quick. So we've got that 0, 1, 2, 3, yeah. And then here we were sorting by global percentage. The quick difference between local and global percentage. So local percentage only includes players who have played that game. So it'll only count player X, let's say, for game mode if they have played that, for an achievement if they have played game mode Y, which includes that achievement. So if the achievement is for Blitz survival games, then it only includes players who have played Blitz, because if you haven't played a game, then you can't get achievements for that game, really. And then global counts all unique player logins on the server. That said, that's basics of the script. I've already shown you guys sort of the output, and we can go ahead and look at the results a little bit. If I show you guys here, I already showed you a little bit, but I'll show you guys again. So quick results, I mean, they're not that useful. A lot of these results are not useful, and it's purely because Hypixel has that limit where they don't go below 0.01% because they're stubborn about stuff like that. So unfortunately, we can't really do much. I was hoping that this would be a really cool little project to do. However, it seems that Hypixel has just forced, I think it's like a 34-way tie or something for the rarest achievements. However, you can see that obviously Blitz takes the cake. And then there's a lot of arena achievements that are also quite rare for local stuff. But globally, it's really Blitz is where it's at. And then, of course, this also sorts alphabetically if there's a tie. So Arcade is at the top, and then it goes Blitz, and then so on. And so there's a lot more achievements here that are tied that you're not seeing. Anyways, that's been it for this project. If you have any questions regarding the code here, you can go ahead and comment down below. If you want access to this, I'll include a link to the GitHub repo in the description, so you can go ahead and check that out. And make sure you join my Discord if you want to get notifications for anything, and if you want to just play around with a lot of the coding projects and hang out with, we've got a nice little community going there. And you'll also see my Patreon down below. If you want to sponsor any of my content, you're free to do so via my Patreon. Anyways, make sure you like the video if you found this video interesting, or if you learned anything. Make sure you subscribe if you want to stay up to touch with all my tutorials and all my little projects I've been doing. But that's been it for this Hypixel API video.